This video has found you when you need to hear this message, and we're going to call this Christmas clarity or even the Christmas awakening because it's currently the 26th of December, 10:30 a.m. so it's Boxing Day, and I'm going to get this up by the 27th. Now, the message behind this is really going to be about giving yourself permission to be someone different and do something different. This is coming from a place of knowing that you are different, just like me. I've always known that I'm different, but I've always viewed that as something that is bad, that's something that is a negative, that you don't fit in, that it means that you don't belong. But the more I grow up and the more I do the mindset work, the more I realize that actually being different is your superpower. When you are different, that is okay, and you have to trust yourself more to do more of the things that you want to do. Because if you don't do this, you have this inner heaviness, right? And you also feel like a puppet that's being pulled on strings in all these different directions, doing what everyone else is telling you to do. When you feel different and you're younger and you don't have the same awareness, you're usually being led. You're not a leader. But as you grow up and you start to realize that actually you are different, and that is a reason to lead, you then start to step into your own power. So I'm going to give you a bit of a story time and it's all going to make sense. Now, usually around Christmas time, I am someone who just kind of follows the rules. I follow everyone else's way of doing things. The times we wake up, how we spend the day, whether we get ready, pajamas, the foods we eat. I've always kind of followed the crowd. I decided to do something different and I just allowed myself to be in flow. I didn't announce anything. I didn't say I was going to do things differently. I just decided to move differently. So 8 a.m. on a gym, done myself a little food shop. I got different foods. I went for a really long walk. I went to Costa and just had a latte, sat there. So much solitude. I gained so much clarity, and that's where I've actually developed new ideas that I'm bringing into 2026 because I gave myself the time and not be distracted by what everyone else is doing and just like following what everyone else is doing to stay busy. I gave that time back for me because again, I'm disrupting the pattern of doing what everyone else tells you to do or like you should do. I've never felt better on a Christmas Eve because I decided to basically change things up and do what felt right, and also just remove like the rules, the pressure. And what surprised me wasn't just the happiness that I felt, but it was the inner peace of this feels good, of my nervous system is so relaxed. I feel like me, and that is the best feeling in the absolute world. And this feeling of peace isn't just about Christmas, but it's about no longer betraying yourself, right? And there's always going to be a time and place for doing what other people want to do, but there's also a time and place for doing what feels right for you. And I can honestly say by me doing that this year, it has really opened up my eyes to actually stick into what I know is true for me and how I want to spend my time and my energy. And also what I actually noticed, and this is why I'm taking this into 2026, is every single time that I've done something for me this year where I've cut out the noise, I stopped following the rules, I stopped following what should be done or what other people do, or I'm just copy and pasting, things have always worked out for me. And this is another piece of evidence that is again giving me that Christmas clarity, that Christmas awakening, that this is the way it needs to be moving forwards, that I need to listen to myself more, that I need to do things my way more. And you know what? When you do things your way, you will be misunderstood. Other people will think, oh, she's doing things differently, oh, she doesn't like us, blah, blah, blah. And they'll make assumptions because everyone will always view the world and reality from their perspective and what they think is happening. But so long as you know you are doing something for you, it is okay to be misunderstood, because being misunderstood is far greater than betraying yourself and the things that you actually want to do and the things that actually feel good for you. So do you remember how at the start of this video, I said that this message will find you when you need to hear it the most? The message is this: if for some reason things feel heavy, or if right now you are doing things the right way, but something still feels off, it may not mean that something necessarily needs fixing. It may just mean you need to give yourself permission to get out of the box that you was never meant to be in. Alongside that, the message is to stop following the rules, right? Fuck the rules, fuck everyone else's way of doing things and create your own way, because you've been following everyone else's way for too long now. You need a massive pattern interrupt, and you need to realize that every single time you stopped obeying the rules or what you should do, and you've done things your own way, it's always worked out for you. So if this message has resonated with you, drop a like and subscribe because I have many more videos like this coming. And in 2026, we're going to make sure that we make it your year, and we're going to do it together by looking at your mindset and who you are becoming and who you need to become. So I'll see you in the next video, and I'll see you in 2026.